What's up, guys? Dustin Yewy here, and I'm here with the GM number 3 selection video / it'll be the first episode. So here's the first part. It's going to be the selection process. Now, as you can see on the screen, there are the 30 NHL teams. This is being recorded on January 27th. So this is the current standings as of January 27th, before all the night games start. As you can see, there's some teams that are highlighted in blue. Those are all the teams that I have currently done in NHL 13 / NHL 14. I have released the teams from NHL 12, which is Anaheim and Detroit. So those are both doable, but that is every team from 1 to 30 in the position of their standing currently. Alright, so I'm going to quickly just explain how this is going to work. So we have our 30 teams right now. I'm going to use a random number generator, 1 to 30, and it's going to select 8 teams. Now, out of those 8 teams, I'm going to set up a little playoff bracket, and I'm going to put the highest number versus the lowest number, just like a playoff would work. So in terms of standing, so say I get Anaheim and Buffalo and a bunch of other teams. Anaheim and Buffalo would face off in the bracket. Now, out of those brackets, I'm going to do a random number generator once again. So it'll be like I will select Anaheim, and I will do a number generator 1 to 4, and that's how the score is going to be based. So 1 to 4, and whoever gets the highest number is going to move on, basically. So there will be a total of 8 teams, and then I will do a quick playoff bracket, and then out of those teams, whoever ends up being the champion out of those teams is the next the next GM team. It seems confusing, but once I start, you guys will figure it out. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so as you can see, the true random number generator is right there, number 1 to max 30, and this is how we are going to decide the teams. Alright, so number 1, the first team selected, is going to be number 17, Columbus, so the Columbus Blue Jackets. Alright, the second team, number 20, is the Carolina Hurricanes. Alright, now I'm not cutting this at all. This is just straight me doing it. Team number 3, number 6, we cannot do. Team number 3, number 28, the Calgary Flames. Alright, there we go, Calgary Flames. Team number 4, number 23, the Ottawa Senators. A lot of high numbers, holy crap. Team number 5, number 9, the LA Kings. Team number 6, number 12, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Oh, the Maple Leafs are in it. There we go. Team number 7, number 3, the St. Louis Blues. And the last team selected out of this, team number 8, 13, is Montreal, which we've already done, so we got to do one more team. Team number 8, number 9, oh, we already got LA. Okay, let's try again. 16, oh, the Detroit Red Wings. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright, so out of these teams now, I will show you guys a quick playoff tree, and then basically it'll be a random number generator 1 to 4. The team with the highest number will move on to the next round in the playoffs. Alright, here we go. Okay, so time for playoffs. As you can see, I did it in order of the actual NHL standings. So first versus last and such and such. So we ended up St. Louis against Calgary, Toronto, Carolina, LA, Ottawa, Detroit, Columbus. So as you can see, I have a random number generator. It is going to be min 1, max 4. Whoever comes out on top with a better score basically moves on. If there is a tie, I will regenerate for both teams. Okay, so round 1, St. Louis and Calgary. St. Louis gets a 4, Calgary with a 3, so Calgary is eliminated. Toronto, Carolina. Toronto with a 4, Carolina with a 4. Okay, redraw. Toronto gets a 3, Carolina gets a 1. So Toronto moves on, Carolina is eliminated. So we have St. Louis, Toronto in the next round. Next, LA and Ottawa. So LA with a 1, Ottawa gets a 4. So Ottawa moves on. And finally, Detroit and Columbus. Detroit with a 3, Columbus gets a 3, so redraw. Detroit, Detroit with a 1. Columbus, oh no, Columbus got a 2. Alright. Okay, so we got St. Louis, Toronto, Ottawa and Columbus in the, I guess, semifinals. Okay, so for the next round of the team selection randomized playoffs, we got St. Louis, Toronto, Ottawa, and Columbus. So we're going to start with St. Louis. St. Louis rolls a 1. Ooh. Toronto is going to roll a 4. So Toronto moves on to the finals. Now we have Ottawa and Columbus. All right, so Ottawa rolls a 4. Ooh, Columbus is up next. Columbus rolls a 1. Oh, so Ottawa beats Columbus. Oh my goodness. So we got the Battle of Ontario for the finals of the next GM selection. I'm going to do a best of 7 here. We have Toronto versus Ottawa. Whoever basically wins each game is going to be the highest number. And then, yeah, it's going to be best of 7. All right, so let's go. Toronto, game 1, gets a 3. Ottawa with a 1. So Toronto's up 1-0. Toronto with a 2. Ottawa with a 4. So 1-1. Toronto with a 3. Ottawa with a 1. So 2-1 Toronto. Toronto with a 4. Ottawa with a 4. So it's a tie. We're going to redo. Toronto with a 3. Ottawa with a 4. So 2-2 series. Toronto 4, Ottawa 2. So Toronto is up 3-2. All right, can Toronto finish it? Random number generator. Toronto 3, Ottawa with a 1. Oh man, so the next team in your GM mode series will be Toronto. Holy moly. All right. That was down to the wire. Okay, so here we are. We're in the GM mode selection. Just got to set it all up right now. Game style custom, period length 20. I'll set it for let's set it for 15. See what happens. I don't know if you guys want me to go 10 years or whatever. We'll figure that out. Season starting date, regular season, computer trades on, trade difficulty hard, waivers on. Yeah, they weren't too bad last time. Current rosters. I know Johnny did a giant roster update by himself, but I kind of looked through the rosters and all the current trades have happened. So the only thing I could see is that maybe some of the potentials might be a little off, but I'm not too concerned over that. I think it'll be fine. There was just a roster update, so cap on, cap penalties on, authentic, fantasy draft off, GM firing on, auto sign, free agents nope. Okay, rules. Yep. Advanced, latest, best of 7, continuous OT, 1 point, 5-minute form 4, assistant coach, yes. I'm going to put no. Assistant coach rotate goalies, I'm going to turn that off because it's just horrible. Trade offer notifications on, waiver notifications on, retired jerseys on. All right. There we go. All right. So, man, my Detroit Red Wing rival. I can't believe this happened. Jeez. Yeah, this doesn't even matter. But I always do it anyway, just for the sake of doing it. Manager Yewy. There we go. So yeah, this doesn't really make a difference here, but so GM level is hard. So yeah, we're starting with minus 3.685 million cap apparently. Yeah, nice. One or more teams are not sell. Yes, computer will fix teams. Okay. Here we go. The Toronto Maple Leafs. Ay. I was really hoping Detroit would win once I saw Detroit got picked, but they got eliminated by Columbus. So, So kind of this is like a little bit of an assessment to start off. We'll see what we got working with. I don't really know a whole ton about the Maple Leafs organization. Like I know kind of like their current players. But I don't really, yeah, we'll just call it be a GM3, I guess. I don't really know, their up-and-coming players or anything. I'm not going to say that I do. But yeah, like I know they got like some really good players currently, like Lupul, Kessel, they have Kadri. They have a little bit of a goaltending issue with Bernier and Reimer, obviously, so yeah, there's going to be a little bit of stuff to kind of look through here. This is just, like I said, going to be like an assessment. See what we got to do. I don't think I'm going to get into preseason. We might. I don't know. But, yeah. So, I think first off, yeah, I'm not going to worry about that. I think injuries might start on, but you got to turn them off. So, I'm going to turn them off eventually. But, start off with scouting, I guess, here. get that out of the way, do the scouting assignment. Yeah, like I think they've gone through and refixed all the scouting and such, so I think most of the players are pretty accurate, I would think. OHL, McCowan, Ekblad. What does Toronto really need? I feel like they need defense more than anything. I could be completely mistaken. Well, you know, we'll start off with defense, and then we'll move into maybe offense after. Okay. There we go. So we did scouting. I'm going to start with D in the OHL. There's a lot of good defense there, so... let's look at contracts. Then we'll look at our lines and such. All right, so what are we working with? We got Phil Kessel. We got Dion Phaneuf. We got Joffrey Lupul, Kadri, Boland, Gleason, Kuhlman, Van Riemsdyk, Bozak, Clarkson, Franzen, Gunnarsson, Raymond, Gardner, McClement, Fraser, Holland, Smith, McLaren, Ashton, Orr. Okay, so that's our main roster. And then obviously I'm pretty sure we got Bernier and Reimer. They're both 25, both 82, both 4-star goalies. Reimer needs to be re-signed at the end of the year. Okay. Let's look at our big guys for UFAs. So a lot of guys need to be re-signed. Bolin, Kuhlman, Gardner. It's not too bad. Most of the big names are already signed for next year, so that's good. Yeah, all the top guys are Kadri. We need to be signed 2 years. Most of the top guys though are all signed up until they're all signed for long-term deals already. All right, so we won't really need to worry about long-term great players because we're pretty solid right now. Let's look at in the system here. So we got Paul Ranger. They signed. As a free agent, they got TJ Brennan, Morgan Riley. I think he's gonna be starting with us. Obviously, we need to get him up. I don't know why he's only a 74. I know he doesn't play every game, but I think recently he has been. Troy Bodie. Look at that mustache. All right, it's kind of like a pedo mustache. Hey guys, I got some candy in my car here. You want to get in here? Corbin. Holzer, okay. Jerry D'Amigo. I thought he was a bit better. I could be wrong though. I thought I'm pretty sure he's played a few games. What do we got? Kenny Ryan. This guy's a stud on defense. I remember. Well, I don't know if he is right now. No, he's not. Yeah, he was. I think it was 13. He was just a beauty on defense. Okay, what do we got for Frederick Gauthier? Okay, that's good. We got Finn. Okay, let's look at our. God, I wish we would switch. Okay, let's look at what we got for potential. So Morgan Riley, obviously, I kind of want him to get him in the lineup just so he progresses a bit more. Gauthier, that's a pretty good centerman up and coming. He's a power forward. We got another defenseman, Matt Finn. He's a 4 Red Star, but he could possibly turn into something better. Andres Johnson, that's not bad. TJ Brennan, he's a little bit old, but he could still develop into something if we put him in the right spot there. What do we got for goalies up and coming? So we got Garrett Sparks. Look at that. It looks like a mullet almost. Christopher Gibson, Antoine Bibeau, and Drew McIntyre. So McIntyre is an old AHL guy. We got Garrett Sparks, who I remember, I think it was NHL 13 as well, was like a 4-star. Like he was actually a solid goalie, but obviously they've reevaluated him. I thought Gibson was supposed to be better too, but apparently he's not. So, yeah. We got not a whole lot goaltending-wise coming up, and I think that's one of the issues with Toronto. It's like they have 2 average goalies. You know, they're average. They go hot. They go cold. It's not like they have a guy who's consistent. You know, that you can almost say the same thing. Like I can give an example for Winnipeg. Winnipeg, you got Andre Pavlik. Now, when he's hot, but the difference between him being a good goalie and a great goalie is that some games he'll just let in these soft goals. I can't say 100% for Bernier and Reimer. I just feel like that's kind of what they are. It's like just even watching like Bernier in the in the Winter Classic while I was there. You know, he made a lot of huge saves, but 2 of the goals were just not that great. You know, like he let in. It's just like you like back to the Andrei Pavlik situation. He's a good goalie, but the difference between him being a great goalie is that he lets in just some soft goals here and there, you know. Whereas a guy like Jonathan Quick, you know what, he'll let in the odd softie for the most part, but just like any great goalie, but it's not consistently, you know, soft goals going in. So I think that's one of the biggest issues right now is that they have 2 guys who, when they're hot, they play well. However, they're not consistent. They have the issues of letting in the odd softie. Forward-wise, I think we're pretty good. You know, we got some good stuff going on there, obviously. Again, this is just an assessment video, basically. I don't plan on making any trades right away. I kind of want to see, like, obviously Toronto has an already solid team. There's really no reason for me to go ahead and just make a bunch of moves for no reason. Okay, we already have too many players up here. Okay, so what do we got for lineup here? Or McLaren, who's sitting right now? I gotta figure that out. So Ashton, Smith, and Holland. Peter Holland should be in the lineup. I don't know why he's not. That's kind of a silly mistake. Colton Orr really doesn't need to be in there. We got McLaren too. You don't need more than 1 enforcer. There's just no point, honestly. 80s. His physical is defensively 78, 83, 83. What is Colton Orr like? We've got Colton Orr here. 79, 80, 87. Physical is all 90, strength 90, body checking, durability, fighting skill 87. So hold on here. They're pretty similar. I think defensively Colton Orr is a little bit better. Obviously McLaren has a little bit better shot blocking, but awareness wise he's a little bit better, and stick checking he's really good. So I'm not gonna, you know, he's not a guy I'm gonna throw on the freaking you know, like PK. But, you know, he's okay. What do we got sitting here, though? We got Carter Ashton. Now, he's 22 years old, so he would really, 3.5 stars. He would really do well for another year in the AHL. Yeah, that would definitely be good for him. He's played a couple of NHL games, but, yeah, he's someone that would do good from just his age and everything, do good from another year in the AHL. Trevor Smith, 28. Not really that great of a player. He is a 2-way forward. His defense isn't that fantastic, though, so he's probably going to go down to the AHL. Peter Holland, though, he's actually a pretty solid player, so I would like to get him in the lineup. What do we got? He's got not bad skating. Yeah, like he's a 22-year-old. He might do well with another year in the AHL just because of his age. Honestly, because he's only 22. You know, if he's a 78. If he has a sick year in the AHL, that would really help him out. Do I want to make any moves right now? I don't know. I might just send those couple guys down. Now, defensive-wise, Fraser, Mark Fraser. What do we got? Gardner. Phaneuf, Gleason, Gunnarsson, Franzen, Gardner, Fraser. So Fraser's going down. We're sending Fraser down for sure. Because I need to get Morgan Riley in the lineup. Swap with where is he? Mark Fraser. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I think if we get Ashton in the AHL, we get Trevor Smith can stay in the AHL. He's nothing fantastic. But Peter Holland, if he sits on that first line in the AHL, I think that's going to help him a lot. That's going to be gorgeous for him. Yeah, in terms of Toronto Marley. So Cozen, Holland, and Abbott. Actually, I'd almost want to get Ashton on that line too. What do we got here? What's Cozen like? Who's this guy? 23. He's only 2.5 stars. See, so like the potential of him is not very good. D'Amigo, I kind of thought he would have been a little bit better, honestly, because I don't know, he's in the AHL or he's been called up a little bit. But Kenny Ryan, I want to get up for sure. Actually, let's sort by this. This is what I usually do. So this guy, the left wing, A. Johnson, needs to get in the lineup. B. Ross needs to get in the lineup. Granberg, we could use him in the lineup. Anything below a 3-star, I'm not really too concerned about. They're not really going to get, you know, a whole lot better. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so Johnson is left wing. So who's this guy? Devane. What is he? Yeah, like this guy needs to get out of here. Let's go back to this. I don't know why it keeps changing. Okay, so Johnson is going in for that guy, for Devane. Livo, what is he? 2 stars. Like, there's a lot of useless dead weight on this team. I'm gonna have to go. I think I'm gonna go through and sign some, if there is any rookies available. Ross, yeah, we want to get him in there. Might as well. Oh, it did that crap, didn't it? Okay, why does it do that? Oh, that screws me up every time. It always switches players, man. It's so annoying. Livo, okay. There we go. Ross. There we go. Kenny Ryan. I want to get Kenny Ryan up. What else do we need? Granberg. What do we got for defense here? This guy can get out of there. Granberg can go in there. Ah! Come on. Jeez. Granberg. He's nothing fantastic, but he's better than that other dude. So, we're gonna... Oops. Sit. Devane needs to sit. And we should have one more guy, I think, that needs to sit, don't we? Yeah, McWilliam, there we go. Alright, so there we go. So Fraser, Ranger, Holzer, Brennan. Are either of these guys worthy of... it's not bad. He's a 3.5-star. Holzer, 3 stars. Okay, so I'm going to put Brennan up with Fraser. Paul Ranger can go there. Offensively, I want to work from the bottom up. So we're going to do the AHL, then we'll do the NHL guys. So I want to get Kenny Ryan up there. I want to get Ashton up there as well. We don't need 2 playmakers on the first line. What is this Abbott guy again? He's a... Oh, yeah, he's not even that great. So Ashton's going up. Ryan's going up. Amigo is the same. He's 2.5 stars. Smith, not that great. Troy Bodie, not that great. Johnson, I'd rather get him up here than anything. Might as well. I'll put him up there. Staubitz, not that fantastic. We'll put Ross up. What's this guy like? Not that good. Okay. So, I think our AHL lines are going to be like that. Power play, we need obviously to get these guys up here. So, Smith, wait, is that the right line? Yeah, Ashton, Ryan, and Holland should be up there. Abbott, D'Amigo, yeah, okay, so we'll go like that. Holland, let's go up there. Fraser, Brennan, yeah, that'll work. I'm going to put it like that, though. Cozen, what do we got here? We got D'Amigo, Smith, and Abbott as our second line. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's right. We just got to... Whoa, hold on. Hold on. What's going on here? Holland. Why does Holland get moved here? Holland needs to be up here. D'Amigo, okay, what did I do here? Okay, Ryan needs to be there. Where's Ryan? Is Ryan not even up here? Okay. Why is Holzer? No, that's not right. Okay. Well, I'm getting all mixed up here. Okay, so Holland, Ryan. Where's Ryan? Where's Ryan? Where is he? I think I messed up something. Ryan, Holland, Ashton. That's right. D'Amigo, Smith, Abbott. Okay. D'Amigo, Smith, Abbott. Okay, that's good. 4-man power play. Holland and Abbott. I'd rather have Holland and Ashton. Yeah, we'll put it like that. Ashton, Smith, and what's that guy's name? Ryan. I'm still getting used to all the players' names, so I'm going to be messed up for a little bit. Where's Kenny Ryan? Kenny Ryan, there we go. The rest of it is fine. I don't care about the rest of it. Goaltending-wise, we don't really have anybody there, so Drew McIntyre can sit in there for now. Okay, what are we missing here? Oh, we're in... okay, well, I thought it said switch players, so I was kind of figured that's what was happening right now. Okay, so to the NHL, we got Lupul, Kadri, Kessel, Van Riemsdyk, Bozak, Kulemin, Okay, so, yeah. Bozak's going up. Ew, do I want to do that? JVR, Kadri, Kuhlman. That's a solid line. Raymond, Bolin, Clarkson, McLaren, McClement, Orr. Okay, that's not bad at all. I think I can manage with that. They have a pretty solid team. I don't know. Okay, so what do we got for Franzen and Gunnarsson here? So Franzen, Cody Franzen is 4-star, 4 red star. Gunnarsson is a 4 gold star. We got Jake Gardner, who is a 4.5, I believe. Yeah, he is. Okay, Morgan Riley's a 4.5. So Tim Gleason, he's gonna go down. I'm gonna put Riley with Phaneuf. Riley and Phaneuf are gonna pair. Gunnarsson, who's the older guy here? 26, and Franzen is 26 as well. So the chance of Franzen getting better and Gunnarsson getting better. Gunnarsson's probably going to get better than that. What do we got? What's Gardner? Is he lefty already? Lefty. He's a lefty. Gunnarsson is a lefty as well, and I'm pretty sure Franzen is a righty. Yeah. And what's Gleason? Is a lefty case. So we're going to do that. Like so, Franzen with Gleason, Gunnarsson, and Gardner. Phaneuf and Riley. So I think that'll work out great. We got Kessel, Kadri, Lupul. There's on the offhand. We'll start with this JVR. We're gonna keep these guys together. Franzen and Morgan Riley's gonna go on the power play. He's gonna get lots of ice time. I know you're gonna be like, oh, you shouldn't do that. Yada yada yada. He's gonna get lots of ice time. I'm telling you right now. Bozak and Kessel are roomies, so they're gonna be together on the 4-man. A lot of these decisions, you guys are gonna be like, what is your problem right now? Hold on. Okay, so Gunnarsson's a defensive. That's the only thing. Gunnarsson's a defensive, so I'd rather have Franzen on the power play. Gunnarsson right there. Oh wait, nope. Like that. Riley. Penalty kill. We got McClement, Gleason, Gunnarsson. Yeah, that's what I want. Gardner. Yeah. We want our PK to be the best it can be. McClement, Boland. Jay McClement's actually pretty good to face-offs. He's good defensively. I'm pretty sure Boland's a center, though, too, isn't he? Yeah, 88, 88, 87, so that's pretty good. Bozer, the Dozer, is 86, 80, 87, 87. And then JVR is 85, 80. Okay, that's not bad, actually. Phaneuf with Gleason, Gunnarsson, Gardner. Yeah, we want to stack up that McClement and Boland. Might as well. Yeah, that looks pretty good. 4 and 4. Boland, JVR. We need to put Riley there, and then what did I do? Gunnarsson and no. Gunnarsson and Gardner. Gunnarsson and Gardner, and then over here will be what did I do? Gunnarsson and Gardner. So this will be Franzen and Gleason. There we go. Extra attacker Phaneuf and Kessel, sure. Reimer and Bernier. I kind of like Bernier a bit more than Reimer, but we'll figure that out. Kessel, Kadri, Lupul. Put him like that. Kadri, I'd rather have JVR in there. And instead of Phaneuf, Phaneuf should not be there. Usually doesn't go that far anyways, but what we got? Kuhlman. Might as well put Kuhlman in there. Kuhlman. Nicholas O'Kuhlman. There we go. Okay. Lines should be solid. There we go. We got our lines done. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we're done that. We did scouting, we did rosters. Okay, what do we got here for... Hold on, let's get our GM options, contracts. What do we got here? So, what do we got? We got 50 of 50 signed right now. Yeah, so even if we wanted to sign some rookie kind of players, we wouldn't be able to. So free agency, let's just see what there is first. Not really a whole lot anyways. White, Prospel, Wolski, Clark, Kabina, Foster, LaRose. Okay, what do we got for goalies? Rick DiPietro. Hell yeah. No thanks. Thomas McCullum. I think I'll sign him. Oh, we got to make room though. So McCullum for sure we can use. All skaters. What we got? Lekkonen. There are some good players here. Austin Levy, Matt Conan. Like, all these 3-star players might... The thing is, you don't know what's going to happen to them. So we could sign them and they might just bust. But realistically, let's sign Wickstrand and Levy. Yeah, Wickstrand, Levy, and Lekkonen. And then in net, we need McCullum, who's 23. So we need 4 spots. 4 spots to make room for. Trade negotiations. Let's look at our trading block too. I don't know what's going on there. So we have a lot going on right now. We got a lot to work with. We want future first. Okay, we're not going to get a starter because I've tried that many a times. So there's no way that we're going to get a starter sent to us. Players on the block. Wow, yeah, that's not happening. Okay, so we're going to start off with just a bare bones there. Okay, so we need to offload just some random dudes. Offload some random dudes to make room here. So let's start with, let's go down with some just brutal guys here. Okay, so oh, I hate how it does that too. It does white stars and then the other stars, which is stupid. So I'm pretty sure these kids are not playing right now. 20. Percy. Biggs. And then we need to get rid of one more player. Percy, Biggs. Livo. I don't know if... McWilliam. Devane. Okay, yeah, so Livo. We'll do Livo. Livo's... Yeah, he's not in the lineup anymore. And then we need to get rid of goalie. Rookie goalie. Goalies in general. So, what do we got here? McIntyre, Sparks, Gibson. So what do we got for age-wise? These guys are the same age. Overall 62, 61, so very close. McIntyre. If we get McCullum, though, we don't really need McIntyre, so we'll put McIntyre up there. All right, does anyone want any of these players? I will give them away. Jeez. It's not looking very promising here. Nope. All right, wash. Everyone's like minus in cap space, too. I don't know what the deal is with that. Let's go with Calgary. Let's see if they'll trade us anything here. Let's just ask for a second. No. Okay, so Percy, Biggs, Livo, McIntyre. What do we got for... Let's take off McIntyre. Goalie. So McIntyre and Livo. We'll take off Livo. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Son of a gun. I'm having troubles here. Okay, so... Oh, there we go. So Percy, Biggs. That's not going to go through. They must have too many players. Carolina for a second. Nope. They must have too many players. All the teams are going to have way too many players right now. So that's not cool. Colorado, that'll work. So Percy and Biggs for a second. I don't know if that's going to work. Percy, Biggs for a second. Let's just see. No. Okay. Third round. Really? Wow. 4th round. Okay, that works for me. That works for me. We just need to make some space so we can sign those rookies right now. Okay, so I was going to get Relivo and McIntyre. All right, so there was a couple teams that actually would take him, but I don't know if they have space. Jeez. Let's see here. Skaters, goalies, draft, 2nd round. No. They must have too many players. Okay. Yes. It's just the space issue. That's what we need. Edmonton 3rd. There we go. LA 3rd. No, let's try to get Edmonton 3rd. Really? Okay, how about, what if we give you our Colorado 4th that we just got? Colorado 4th. There we go. Okay, we moved up to that. Roster moves. We got invalid lines. I'm going to guess edit lines. Extra attacker AHL. What are you talking about? I think it's just goalie that... put that in there. I think that should work. Okay, there we go. So, we made some space. Now I can sign those rookies, which is good. Free agency, free agents. We need to sign those rookies, those rooks. Goalies, UFA. Okay, McCollum we're signing. Any other teams interested? No, we'll offer them a bit more. Years. Let's give him 7.5 for 3 years. He's 23. We don't know how good he's going to turn out. Hopefully he takes it. Skaters. That's what we want. Okay, so we want this kid. Could we get him for 3 years? Try get him for 3 years. Then Wickstrand was the other kid we're going to sign. 3 years for 6. Might as well. And then last was Levy. Austin Levy. So 3 years for 6. There we go. So we signed some rookies. Okay, so there was really no goalies to get. We got that. We could actually probably get through the preseason really fast. Is there anything else I need to do here first? Let's see jersey numbers. Let's see what our captains are sitting at. Phaneuf, Lupo, McClement. Okay, cool. No, wait. No, that's not cool. McClement isn't... I'm pretty sure Kessel's an assistant here. There we go. Kessel, Lupo, and then Captain Phaneuf. All right, so that works. Bernier is going to be in net. And I think we're good to go. So I'm going to do the preseason really fast. And, yeah, we should be solid. We should be solid to start off. All right. Damn. All right, here we go. So let's do the preseason. Maybe I'll split the games. We'll do first 4 with Bernier, and then we'll put... give me 3 cracks. I'm looking for at least 39 wins. Okay. Dropped. Okay, yeah, sure. Sure, whatever. Whatever, bro. Whatever, brah. Okay, let's go. All right, we got some good players, so hopefully we can do some damage here. Continue, sure. Extremely happy. Yep. Okay, cool. There we go. So Ottawa, 4-2 win. There we go. So in between videos I will go and I don't know if injuries are on or off. Hopefully they're not on right now. However, I will go and put McCollum, sorry, as the starting goalie in the AHL. And the other kids can just sit because they're just sitting there to kind of stew up and see how good they get. So Bernier is undefeated right now. Yeah, I'll just we'll go like this. I'll put him in there. There we go. All right. So Bernier is 4-0 to start the year. Let's see what Reimer goes. See what Reimer goes. I hope there's not injuries on, but whatever. We'll just deal with it if it happens. 5-1 loss with Reimer. Jeez. Boston. 4-3 loss with Reimer. Oh my God. Finally, Buffalo. All right, what do you got for us? Come on, guys. 4-3 loss with it. Okay, so clearly we're gonna start with Bernier, I think our lines are pretty good. We were scoring a lot of goals. It's just Reimer was letting in a lot of goals. So Bernie is going to start. We got everything else already set just to start going and see what we can do here. I think we're going to have a solid team, so that's not really going to be an issue. I'm pretty excited to get going here and see what it brings. All right, so there's the introduction episode for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm sorry it was a little bit longer than I'd hoped. I did a little bit more than I expected to because I wanted to just kind of get into the season next episode. So it was still a bit shorter than I had expected it to be. But yeah, so I hope you guys liked the selection process. It ended up being Toronto, which a lot of you guys wanted it to be. So yeah, fancy that, eh? But 4-1-2 in the preseason, and we'll get into the season next time. I know a few people have been doing the Toronto Maple Leafs, but it was completely random, and it ended up being them. So, all right, hope you guys enjoy and stick around for the rest of it. All right, thanks for watching, guys.